Having launched in 2013, rFactor 2 is fast approaching its 10th birthday. But how is it these days? There's no denying that there have been multiple bumps in the road in various contexts, but is this title still worth it? In 2023, is rFactor 2 still a sim that should gain attention from fans of the sim racing genre as a whole? Where is it good, where is it bad? I'm going to try and tell you in this video. Back in 2013, I felt like rFactor 2 was a revelation. I won't lie, I'd missed the huge modding and content fest that was the original rFactor. I'd been into iRacing before rFactor 2, and this new title seemed to offer something dynamic compared to iRacing. With real road and weather, it just seemed a no-brainer, and I absolutely loved it. But the honest problem was that it had a pretty horrific UI and it needed a fairly beefy PC to run. But the experience, if you stuck with it, was incredible even then. The issue was, not everyone was interested in spending hours tweaking and tuning things to get it working just right on their system. I can't blame them, but it was a shame. rFactor 2 has changed hands multiple times since it came out, firstly with Image Space Incorporated, then to Luminous International, where Studio 397 was created as the development team, if I remember correctly. Beyond this, it was acquired by Motorsport Games in 2021. I've added this history because I feel people get confused by this distinction. While owned by Motorsport Games right now, rFactor 2 and the people involved in it have a past beyond Motorsport Games, and they'll have a future beyond it too. While it's easy to get bogged down politicizing things, I'm choosing not to. We also can't look beyond the issues in massive events such as the Le Mans debacle. I don't think I need to go into that. Everyone's got their opinion on that issue. I just hope everything gets fixed around that. However, back to the original question, is rFactor 2 worth it in 2023? For me, the answer is an absolute and resounding yes. Very recently, I've been enjoying the variation in sims that I play, be that in iRacing, Assetto Corsa Competizione, or indeed rFactor 2. After a while away, I drove the Porsche GT3 at Long Beach on rFactor 2. There's just something immediately correct, visceral, and natural about how rFactor 2 feels. Just for reference, I use a Thrustmaster TSXW and Husqvarna Sprint pedals, and it just felt amazing. I've gone on record as saying that any Porsche in rFactor 2 are the finest sim cars in any sim. They're outrageous, and any fan of any sim needs to just experience them. When compared to other services such as iRacing, rFactor 2 is reasonably priced. Then again, most things are. With the sim costing $24.99 when not on sale on Steam, additional cars are around £4.40 and the circuits are around £8. I think that's pretty reasonable for the level of quality being received. On top of this, Studio 397 recently had an update that allowed users to own one car in a multi-car field. So you can own a Honda with a field including Toyotas and Fords too. This is a huge and very important step going forward, as it means racing online becomes a lot easier, not needing to own as much content to get involved. As for multiplayer, 3 words. Low Fuel Motorsport. Low Fuel Motorsport, or LFM for short, is extremely similar to iRacing in what it's trying to do. Scheduled races with a license and rating system. And what's best is, it's absolutely free. I'll leave the link in the description. But if you have rFactor 2 and you want regular races, that's where you need to be. In short, rFactor 2 still has some hiccups, but largely this is due to existing historic public perception, which I understand, but rFactor 2 in 2023 is completely different to the rFactor 2 of 2013, but has too much damage already been done. For most, maybe. For me, no. I still give it a firm thumbs up. If you get it set up, you're in for pretty much the best sim experience available.